for the Bengals today. By the way, this loss overshadows an incredible performance by rookie Thomas Rawls, who finishes with 169 yards. That's the most by a Seahawk since Sean Alexander in 2006. And by the way, Marshawn Lynch's career high, 153 yards. In this game, Rawls rushes for more than Lynch has had in a single game in his entire career. Our Ian Furness caught up with Mr. Rawls after the game.
Guys, thanks a lot. Thomas, I know this is not how you wanted to celebrate your first NFL touchdown. How disappointing is it to see what happened in this game today?
Well, it was tough, we had them. But they did a great job of finishing, and we just got to go in this next week and just get prepared and just get better and improve.
You ran the ball so effectively early on. You had 169 yards, obviously 69 on the touchdown run, 100 on the other 15 carries. But in the fourth quarter, in overtime, couldn't quite get the run game going. They kind of do something different there?
They just played hard. They brung it. The offensive line, they did a great job. Congrats to the offensive linemen as far as just improving. Week by week, and that's one thing that we did. But the defense, they rose to the occasion. That's just what it is.
Did you feel momentum change at any point in that fourth quarter at all with a 17-point lead? Did you kind of feel anything change at all, momentum-wise, emotion-wise?
Not at all. Like I always say, I believe in this team. I got faith in this team. And this team, we pride ourselves on finishing. We didn't do a great job tonight. That's all it was. Today.
Were you okay? You weren't in there for a little bit in that overtime. Were you okay on the sideline? Were you hurt at all?
No, I wasn't hurt. We got other running backs, and Fred Jackson was out there, and like I said, I trust him. And I trust Coach Bev. I trust the whole organization. So he was out there, and he did as much as he could.
I'll wrap it up with this. Resiliency is a big part of this football team the last few years. I know you're new to it, but how tough is it going to be resilient after a loss like that?
We got our heads up. It is a tough loss. It's been a tough season so far, but one thing about us is that we are tough. And we hold ourselves to a high standard. And we're just gonna go back. Look at the film and get better. That's all we can do.
I appreciate you coming out, especially after a loss. Congratulations on the first touchdown.
Thank you.
There you go, Thomas Rawls. Back to you guys.
Okay, Dave, and let's talk about that offensive line, because Pete Carroll mentioned after the game that it was improved, and we saw a huge improvement from them earlier on in the game. If they would have been able to get a couple more first downs down the stretch, then we would be lauding and praising them even more after potentially a Seahawks win.
Yeah, no question about that. But again, I think the Cincinnati defense able to load up and play the run a little bit. And just from playing on defense, the predictability factor definitely works into it. So that's why it was a little bit tougher. But I thought they took a step there. I really thought that we were going to see maybe some substitutions, maybe Patrick Lewis. But you saw Drew Nowak did a really good job. And anytime you rush for 200 yards, look, that's really good on the road, and that's what you want to do on the road, and they were able to get that done. A couple of times you saw that classic just washout of the offensive line, and then Rawls able to get some big yards. And by the way, that young man, let's not forget, that's a free agent rookie out of Central Michigan. Unbelievable. Yeah, so they went right to him as soon as the draft was over, and I guess the question would be, why didn't you draft this kid? But boy, he sure looks good, and it's a big concern when you don't have a guy like Marshawn Lynch, as special as he is, and it looks like Rawls is doing a really good job. But Pete, you heard him say, well, look, we were 3-3 last year, and that he feels better about this team than he did about the team last year. So I think you can take that for what it's worth. It's a tough loss today, and you definitely should have got it. But I'd say take some solace in that and the fact that they did improve, especially offensively.
Unfortunately, they have a home game next week against the Carolina Panthers. No slouch themselves. They've been playing pretty well this season. We will have pre-game and post-game coverage live from CenturyLink Field next week as the Seahawks take on the Carolina Panthers here on Q13 Fox. Also, a reminder that we had Luke Wilson mic'd up during today's game.